If I tell you something that makes you successful, by definition, it cannot feel comfortable. And MOA, we don't talk about it, we be about it. It is the difference between Mike Tyson talking shit about knocking out Bruce Sheldon and then actually knocking out Bruce Sheldon. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan talking shit to Larry Bird, or Michael Jordan scoring 63 on the Celtics in 1986. Those are two different things. We don't talk about it. We be about it. A lot of people don't like that about our program, because if you have a coaching program, one of the things you do is like, I'm theoretical. These are the things, do as I say, not as I do. And meanwhile, I'm out here in these streets, like actually doing the things that I say that I'm going to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm teaching you how to throw this party while I'm the only person in history. Let me get close up on the camera. I am the only person in history to host the Maxim party in Miami and the Maxim party in Los Angeles within a 24-hour period.
Damn.
Call me out on that if I didn't actually do that. I'm the only person to ever do that. Why did I do that? Because I network with with the people at both of those parties. And that's the reason why that happened. And so I don't, and I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because I can teach you this.
Right.
I'm saying that because in my program, we don't talk about it. We be about it. We don't, this is not men of feelings. This is not men of trauma release. It's not men of dithering. It's not men of blathering. It's not men of theory. It is men of fucking action. That's the name of the course. And and I'm a former U.S. military officer. You will get spoken to like you're in the U.S. military. To some people, this doesn't work. If you want to pay me in order to tell you things that you want to hear, I mean, maybe I'll take your money. I probably won't, to be honest with you. I'm too busy, but maybe I will. But if you want me to tell you things that'll make you successful, bro, I will definitely do that for you. And here's another thing, man. This is another real important secret. If I tell you something that makes you successful, by definition, it cannot feel comfortable. If things were comfortable that made you successful, we'd all be successful.
Right.
If I tell you you need to exercise this different way, or if I tell you that you need to change your diet, or if I tell you that you need to start posting like this on social media, by definition, when I tell you, your response is going to be, Michael, that doesn't feel genuine. Of course it doesn't feel genuine, because you're not successful.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not successful. Everything I tell you won't feel genuine. Of course it won't. Everything I tell you that brings success into your life, by definition, will feel awkward. If you have a problem with that, then this is not going to be the program for you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. Like, we're just so hard, and we have a community. My networking coaches are so, like, there's 50 testimonials on my MOAmentoring.com of guys doing the things that I say. They don't talk about it. They be about it. I don't tell you about how the improvements that I made for my clients. I don't have to. Right. They do it on their own. They sit there and post. Like, I got one client. He's like, the dude's like 4'11", and he's surrounded by like beautiful women all the time, everywhere, all the fucking time.
Yeah. Just
gorgeous girls, bro. He hits me up. He's like, man, I don't have enough time for these girls that like, bullshit, Michael. No, looks, money, status. That's the only thing that matters. I'm like, you forgot pre-selection, pimp. You forgot pre-selection. And so that's one of the things that I teach these guys. Because why? Pre-selection, we call it pre-selection in those guys in the manosphere, they call it pre-selection. The term is mate choice copying, mate-choice copying. That's the term in psychology or evolutionary studies. And so I use mate choice copying to help men generate attraction with women. And so, I do that so effectively that a lot of people who are, you understand, most coaches, they're not scam artists, but they don't do what they're saying.
Right.
Or they're retired from it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's very rare that you're going to find a program where I'm doing the things I say, where I was like, here's how we do this, this, and this for an invite. And guess what? Babes in Toyland is December 1st. And your assignment for Babes in Toyland is each one of you is supposed to get 6 huge influencers to come, and all of you are going to bring toys for these children, and nobody gets in free. I don't even get in free. It's a charity event. Don't ever ask me to get in free to a charity event. It's a fucking charity event. You're going to pay to get in there. We're raising money for kids. Don't ask me to get in free.
Yeah.
No freeloaders. And so, you do that, and then these guys are like, okay, now I have pride in what I'm doing.
Right.
Now I have pride in this. And now we take that pride. Now we raise money for animal rescue. Now we raise money for domestic abuse and human trafficking. Now we raise money for homeless children. Those are the win-win situations that we do. And you're like, Michael, how do you end up meeting all these people? Because I host a charity for human trafficking. Because I host a charity for domestic abuse. Because I host a charity for homeless children. That's the way that I'm able to do it. That's the answer. And it's very simple when you look at it from that situation, that you just create win-win situations for other people. But Homo sapiens, like I said before, networking is an evolutionary adaptation. How are you able to do that? You're able to do that by surrounding yourself by people who are more successful than you and that know better than you. Myself, I don't even pretend to be an expert at building a sales team, but I know Cole Gordon is. I know Cole Gordon is, and so I'm about to get Cole Gordon to help coach my team. I'm not an expert at writing a sales letter, but I know Nick Cosman is.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money to spend to do my ad spend, but I know Ty Lopez does, and I know I can call him up and ask him. I don't know how to do. Hey man, I don't know what to do sometimes when I've got like 70, 80 girls coming to a party, but I know Dan Bilzerian does, and I'm going to hit up Dan Bilzerian and ask him about it. I don't know how to run an affiliate program. I don't know how to do that, but I know the guys at Hustle University does, so I know I can hit up Andrew Tate, and I can hit up Justin Waller, and they can teach me how to do it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Humility to learn from people who know things that are better than me, and the ability to create a network where I'm around people that are high status enough to where they can teach me these things. That's it. That's what I teach. That's what I teach. And you know what? Every one of those guys, well, not everyone, but a lot of those guys, they end up joining Men of Action because they want to learn the system that like. Imagine if you're some super famous dude and you're sitting there talking to this guy and he's like, yeah, I actually did this and that. That's how we met. I'd be like, I'd like to learn how you figured that out.
Right.
I would like to know how you figured that out. I'd teach you how I got invited to the Playboy Mansion. So here's the other thing. People will say these words and they sound like bullshit. And every time I say these words, then I will show you a picture of me with Crystal Hefner at the Playboy Mansion. You understand what I'm saying? I'd be like, yeah, there were 54 girls at my birthday party last year and Dan Bilzerian showed up. Bullshit. And then there's the pictures. I'm like, oh, damn, I guess all of what he's saying is true. This is very hard for me to swallow, that this nobody that doesn't have a blue check mark, that isn't that famous, is able to pull off all these things. How's he able to do that? Well, because I use an evidence-based approach based in evolutionary studies. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I did.